You see, the government is not being sincere on the management of the power crisis. In one breath, Minister Aoshe Abande Ruboso Ebekache na say there's going to be a shake-up. And that kwancherefo penny a no da eye grade ko ejumekuo na no. Sa nipa na ban esi ontena nchen na Minister for Energy de betudwa. Na a part of ongoing investigations any shake-up. Where a letter dated 24th of April, and I read, circular number CE 0114-2026. Gridco, Office of the Chief Executive, Staff Movement. It is announced for the information of all staff. I have proceeded on my annual leave, effective Monday 27, 2026. In my absence, Engineer Frank Oche, Acting Deputy Chief Executive, will be responsible for the day-to-day administration of the company, in addition to his normal duties. All staff are enjoined to give Engineer Oche their maximum support and cooperation in the discharge of his responsibilities. Mame, dated 24th of April. CEO no Dejumeko na no friend Engineer Mark Ewuaba. Abansi Amana step aside. The circular released to Gridco staff say omo engineer ni ompeni odano no or the tudwa kwa say oko ni annual leave. Why are you being dishonest to the people? Number 2. NDC for say eye Engineer Mark Ewuaba no or ye NPP ninti na all sabotage the effort of Gridco. If you listen to some of their commentators, I'm not the one saying it though. They are commentators. And that or ye NPP ninti or sabotage Senebea Mahama Bain Koso. Engineer Mark Ewuaba was appointed by President Mahama in February 2025. You appointed the person. Inti NPP Bemu saying that is fundamental. Omufia no mo call Ashanti region. Mo amoye adwuma wa Ashanti region amoye management members e hwe mo animu ane se na ye amosre ana mo nante amoye MPP for. Tiase ye reshuffle wo ye do be kwa abatwa wo ye do be kose wo ye do be kose. Thinking say ja ye reshuffle there kania no e begina so. But when person me point it out so for the records and for the avoidance of doubt, say the Akosombo matter happened on the 23rd of April. It is not true, say before 23rd April ni endasum. Let's understand that. Man, who started that sumo? Was it just last week? Let's be a question, maybe. It's been happening.
Maybe a question.
No problem. Platform no there. Until you sometimes allow some of your amazing dictators. So it's okay.
Edrusa.
Sure. 19th of April, President Mahama on his tour said the recent power outages necessary steps are being taken to stabilize the sector. This was 19th of April. Akosombo incident on AC 23rd April. The president acknowledged that we were in a difficulty and we're having power crisis. 19th, 4 days before. See, how then do you blame an incident at AC 4 days after? Not President Mwajia Tum 4 days before. Say we were in a difficulty. Me better now we studio her. 2 weeks ago, I read an apology from the ECG managing director, apologizing to Ghanaians about doomsonic process and titia yekum any ahotre ani yekum. That time Akosombo nsi. We left
but that time you know now one month who said transformers ni biso ho no
na. Remember back to the excuses. Remember back to the excuses.
President dey you know ni nchemu a wo de baaye no say wote a area bi ho no na ho develop but now nipa be doso ho no ma to transformer na esi ho no dada no entime embo bi nti sa na ma we nyine so mo ye changes
Mama, you're a very intelligent lady, and I applaud you for that. So meaning, say, oh no, OJ the earlier. A chaser will follow the political discourse. That means OJ are buying earlier explanations. Transformers, yes, is a meboa. Me know her studio her last week. And you back kind a news item what the topic said over 2,000 transformers 500 they are being replaced. Okay, this government has been shifting the goalposts every day, and I give you examples. First, omoka say transformers na yes sir. Two, omoka say a maintenance problem, so they are upgrading maintenance. Oh baby aote transformers you replacing anopa and now you replacing anajo. I haven't seen ECG in my short life as a young Ghanaian. Anajo and no more say anajo desumi you could replace transformers. The third excuse they gave was that akosombo na MPP phobia ko pejatum. Oh, but you've heard this. Oh, come on. Obianka MPP. I'm going to send you a video. And then you play. Mami anasembeda bama so na senya. Na because ono no edi me chimna.
Minister Assembly.
Oh. What's the Minister Assembly?
Enti said the honorable for saying yenti
Medema producer.
Yenti asema.
Medema producer.
Man so say yeah.
Yenti asema minister.
Media send producer. Sami boss NDC penmu bia en kanche mami a order mafia. Oh
no.
Oh, it's only fair. Well, I withdraw. I withdraw. Let me withdraw. Mami anansen okwa cassette as of penny other Pentecost church. Said they withdrawing ye. Because one waje atunso o cassette ya. Me the video be send no producer. So producers it here on betimi abo amafuseni etie. Say MPP for no. And na ye sabotage aban no. Till first na transform. My thinking is that aban way ansana yen ye be fi aban mu. We left you a blueprint. Your friend the energy sector recovery program. It was internationally even agreed between yen aban as a country and the International Monetary Fund. Now, eno na ebe address the financial difficulties. Any a roadmap you the service operational and financial vulnerabilities of ECG. It was agreed between us and the IMF. We handed over to you a power sector that was stable. Akuffo-Addo handed over. We were nearly doing so more. I'm not saying in the entire 8 years of the MPP, we never had incidents of power outage. I'm never saying that. That would be playing the ostrich. But what we did as a government was never to find excuses. Anytime there was a difficulty or there was a problem, we found ways to solve the problem. Today, you know the impact? Now, you better say earlier. Now we can't cool store business. Because ebia videos of Akuffo omujetre abna omo de kofa nam omo kete obi mezi me kete obi mezi ama ene omujetre no yehwegu na yehwegu no nkwa na nya the end it has its own health implications. We are lucky na ukoto nam no catch us say ya no ntoma. You can have people or share a car waba on can't say nam na say. But we are coffee na bonso war problem. Number two, what about the businesses of Omomo eti? What about businesses Omomo Pama there? I'm talking about even the small scale, small and medium enterprises. I'm not even going to the factories. They may even afford some generators and plants. But hairdresser being how many hairdressers na Ghana or more generators? Let's be sincere. How many tailors, dressmakers, and omo generators? And you'll be it is a despite group of companies. To make matters worse, and now I made a post on my social media. I am a member of parliament under siege. In my constituency alone, there were 87 basic schools. 87, not one, not two, not three, not four, not 10. 87 schools in Kinkiti, 87. 87 mu na no BC candidate ebe chon so hwe wo kombo mo ye 2100 kids me what 10 senior high schools in one constituency. It be a 3,200 per school, it be a 3,500, it be a 2,700. Let me even make it 2,500 on the average. You are talking about no less than 25,000 mofra and also in one constituency. Let me give you 2 special needs schools. I have school for the deaf, school for the blind. Then let me give you 2 tertiary institutions. I'm talking about 101 educational facilities. You wake up as member of parliament, over 38 missed calls minimum before 6:30 a.m. Parents, they are panicking because whether or light, only light, the examination questions have been prepared. Wobana only light, ewe kiapem north no. Only akola oti East Legon eko compete. Ebia ne papa o generator. Intiminim Obana ebia wote yɛfa ne sɛ kasapin anase bomano a woni light no woni obi ba wote jowlu eko compete and the examination questions are the same, and for many of these young ones no it is just one shot at their future e will be easy. It's in some na that pono so no this government shouldn't trivialize it. A very serious matter. And me, I'm not playing the politics with it because who care about the future of the young ones. Today, and I also will prove my brother wrong, the generational capacity, installed generation capacity of Ghana before Akosombo, 23rd April, not a 5,200 megawatts, not 4,600. 5,200 mega installed capacity. Generation capacity. Ghana say yen peak time obia light is so and making use of it. Ghana you see 4,300 of our generation. To about 900. Akosombo ya okay, we say 1,000. Assuming without admitting, without Akosombo, that is always shortfall of 100. Now let me also agree with you. Say many be high. Some of the generated the be high. Yeton. America eats what they can. And that's when they can what they can't. Once they will become beef near that, then we import here. It's after they themselves, they've satisfied themselves. And son of to be the amawaha. It is not true, say, our installed generation capacity, no. Now we had we had enough. But the problem is lack of strategy. Financial situation abandoned by the ESRP, the Energy Sector Recovery Program that the Akuffo-Addo government left. And to make matters worse, this government is running away from accountability on the 1 cedi levy, the Dumso levy. Ever since Parliament passed, what of fuel be 1,000 cedis worth of fuel? Madam, 83 cedis goes to this government. Every 1,000 cedis worth of fuel, 83 cedis goes to the government. They have never accounted it to Parliament since last year. We don't know which account is being kept in. We don't know who is collecting it. And no report has been laid before Parliament on this Dumso levy, the 1 cedi per litre. 1 cedi per litre. And the Honorable Mahama Yariga, the majority leader of government and of Parliament and leader of government business in Parliament, when he was asking all of us to support the Dumso levy, and I have the video and I'll show you, or say 1 cedi per, I quote him, Mr. Speaker, 1 cedi per, and it will solve our energy problems. Or see within a year, so 1 cedi per can solve our problem. You are judging 1 cedi for more than a year. Nobody is accounting for it.
But Honorable, so cast the 1 cedi per ebe solve your problem. That's what you beat to the ye kumusisi.
Yes.
So when him said incident esi Awuku nti eno so enu kan ho bi na ama yes.
I know say I'm not a student of mathematics. But one thing I know is that say if we were installed capacity of 5,200, now at your peak time, we use 4,300. My basic mathematics tells me say excess. And so the cost from now see 1,000. Assuming you take it from your installed capacity of 5,200, about 4,200. So meaning that your peak time no use 4,300 can was shortfall of 100. So it cannot just be. But me say, I admit, when my brother says, say, no problem. Say now that also say, and I read from their statement, say they have halted Tony B, especially in our crisis. So meaning that you should have almost enough to keep the light on. So wait, this behavior, how is the 24-hour economy not going to work? this behavior.
But it's not going to be a temporal thing.
It started last year. This power outages does not start this year.
But so what can last year? I don't think say compare last year to now.
Last year, what did they tell you? Last year, they told us a maintenance and system upgrades. You don't know these people, jargons, words, and propaganda lyrics are. What better for why
So then meaning saying.
So last year they told you say a system upgrade. This year they started by telling you say transformers you replace it. Then they moved on to tell you say a maintenance issue. Now they are telling you it's Akuffo-Addo. I'm not disputing the fact that there has been an incident at the Akuffo-Addo Power Control Center. I'm not disputing that, and I believe and I support government forcefully. Say you're investigating what went because it's important. A bad guide the policy makers and decision makers say going forward and we have to do NCBM. But what I won't let this government run away with is that is the reason why we are in darkness. It is not true. It cannot be the reason alone. Yes, some megawatt and what didn't be FISO. Now they spread across the country in Swati. But I'm telling you for a fact, you install capacity of 5,200. Akuffo-Addo 1,000. Which will peak time we use 4,300. Into technically in Kabe 4,200 here. It beats me a power or sector. And the impact on businesses, the impact on hospitals. This government, NDC, they have a history. Before they exited in 2016. There were hospitals in Ghana. Now, you saw torchlight near the Ajim Mawo. I'm not saying it. It happened in 2016. You don't know, you were not in Ghana. Eh? That are now my.
Yes, not me buying.
Yes, Ghana for no. One man if you now. Yes, you TV no. Or CNN and BBC. To follow more of Sky News, BBC. Some of the maternity wards it happened in Ghana before they left office. So I don't want us to return to those days. Unyaba Nanaya Jantwa. I saw a video of hers. Or quite a station.
To admit say.
Admit say. Mama say. So was also in Busa question. Una unkwana ubusa.
Okay.
What's in your kind?
So maybe so because say nipa na I asem you know tete but you still want to
anything. Or say those briefing the president and the president the actual briefing on the Dumso matter. And I say ye did Dimbonia boying in 2016 ye di free abaimo. Yeah, but yes, yeah, but no right. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting her. Not verbatim. Me paraphrasing. Or say you say baby, na ye mad excuse way or try ye mad excuse way. So even or no ye presidential staffer is tired of the excuses. How much more your palma no? How much more your only coastal business? Mommy, doctor ya not here. So I say abuna coastal business. My bida. Say unam no ebeko bad for even a day. And you know the sad aspect, this government is not giving you even a timetable for you to know how to plan it. So my timetable in Pokra, they are say, okay, me so me free years is over 6 hours. You be doing no. No ma koto ice block abeguso. They are not doing that.
Also, well, this is a very technical, thing.
You believe that language?
Say, what then?
Yeah, the jargons here.
Maybe so. I say, man, I would nice person was no
problem.
Mommy, it is a day technical.
There's
a possibility to say,
as a member of parliament.
Baby, na say oh, you do it. Then
so there's an incident.
Along the line,
there's a problem.
HSB ebeba.
So what I don't want to agree, say the Akuffo-Addo matter. And the mother of 4 matters.
Is it because we can't see someone more sabotage and
so this Nibia can be. It's no problem. If your producers will be fair to me and they play it. If the producers will be fair to me, say yes, I'm my baby kasa. You can hear it.
Oh what? Obimpe Obama.
Bimpe more edit bibia.
Dealing with these wicked people. Omotimia assign to atotototo. Your distribution stations are just to create the impression say NDC are buying bar na dum so aba. What you say? Eka no mudi je chire.
Fantastic.
Eka e no mudi je chire. Do mama every abemu 2016. Na Ghana yetimi generate power ama MPP for crack condemn say aden we generate excess power. Other MPP for ya numi ya say aden ya generate excess power. Ani yetimi ton bi e ma ye neighboring countries. Na nado wo ba ya hwem wan fa bi anka ho wan invest bibia wo sa ja kakakra ne da ho. Na nado ne na ban efri muga sadio mawe ya mo magana fonti ase mo na mo wo sa akwanya no. Na nado ne na ban efri aban mu no. Energy a wo muja man ye Ghana na betimi sustain Ghana na enu 2 weeks. It was about 10 days. 10 days. And so time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, every abemuno 2016, no, Ojananado 8 months of power supply. This is the difference between these two governments.
Honorable,
in law, just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. In law, but your video say I edit it. My edit it. In law, your baby res ipsa loquitur. But your sort yes, so.
Things speaks for itself.
The fact speaks for itself. I have nothing useful to add.
Was that yellow? I can't
we are here to also the controller and accountants general. One more boss you request AJ Nasabri what they Enough-Sammi Atuja confront audit infractions with amnesty. Accountant general to public sector accountants into we say any idea what you to Enough-Sammi be honoma what you say a idea say it me ebwan yusu a Ghana integrated financial management information system and no ebit me I enhance transparency, traceability and real-time oversight and they won't share and paying for we on my say buying enuma na wo mo hesika so afebekọ echi no emebu akonta na sikai nyuna na enyuno ebi wono kompo na yentimi account for nti wo se yetimi hold wo mo accountable na yetimi per system a eno so ebe yiri mu abo yensika ho ban a saa ne ma we se nyina ebetimi efe honum de obaka se we de family so na we de de bi we de manshada no saa how ni nyina betimi efe ho ona bu se na da no aye hu me sa say de free ho
that's Jamna chief diabolics why na juma wi yenti ho asese no kro de bia me ka se yes ubetimi aye politics na when it comes to technical issues we politics now saying at least let's have a middle ground so you know better as I didn't dey say that yeni nanso ebia ye anka ebe yeni say the BNPP problem they say omo ankombe yeni say dey omo nkyere da o de bia omo nkyere no da obi boni awaye nkwa na omuni
omo waya sem na ni omo gya to no so omo ma solution
ye nyina yenim say yes, install capacity there 5,200 plus. But you say dependable capacity and say about 4,800. Even that dependable capacity, no. Most of the IPPs are not producing to full capacity. It won't mean say at every point in time, no, that 4,800 is constantly there. Ebi obetimi akono na ebia 3,800, 3,600, 3,500. Depending on the capacity, ebi operate at 60%, ebi timiko 70%. And one of your sister stations, omo ye ebi na, as omo headline kakra bi na meni omo nya problem. Unse na say brofono wada Roma mekan wa correct me na ye careful.
Mpacho jofre wunia.
On the buga no pe. So manso azakoye law account. I shall say from xenophobic attack no. Omo headline back could be almost say Ghana's High Commissioner summoned by South African authorities on xenophobic attack on Ghanaian. Let me say, there be me basic comprehension. Just say me a wedi me boni no ntimi nsamo me eno ntinkoda eno aso me say hu another headline kese pa ana ase me nua kasa wi ya no omu fast headline no
sir
Dumso not due to Dumso is generation capacity not because of technical issues. And maybe say eja koto substation at Greekwa and on a transmission. Now say eja no ya in doom turbines na evacuation of power no cannot be done. Ni doom no. Na enunti no generation no akọ down o say enye technical issue na ba yiti na Dumso na ba the generation capacity. Brofo be na o kan sa no. Miti ase enye because technical issue no na force generation to go down. Nti we be catch the Ghana for say enye Dumso na enye technical issue bia na generation come on minianom eto de bia hu we prayer say o de sebi ukoyi inframa bia no a o ye bibi go odi oniama mu nti enya botre senior me say mo pe campaign message o na no mo hyase ye pa mo chew ye anye ni ye komna ko kire mu say PBS a ye de ba ye na e ka problem na ECG aba no bi amana na ye tu ye na e ka mo pa mo chew ye na mo pa de foforo na buga say na de emfa o yo me my civil servant my public servant first time me kai pa doctor na no atuata no wo minion local government masa audit dia papa ni di me fair mu no 2016 when we lost power DC for Central Franklins me kwa me district assembly here forensic auditing kwa 11 times then sabi kwa mi se fa kaya da uruma ntima no ya
nana wa no ya
me see me call panel na nimru nana atu atahwe me nim din buzeni nyame ajiwo
dinu wa make ni me bia to wa no pe o hwesa wo bet case analysis no
so as public servants no yen kan hu se de ye bia no civil servants ni de omu nim cover up because no
ba be ka say omu ni di nwuma bodusem de
omu di gu abodusem da because we dey here so how 4 years abroso 8 years obeko onu why we the de obetimi aye na so be transfer no o transfer no so akono cartel
yeah forensic not 3 times ya san start nti inye onkwan let me hear I want to start whether you go here and IB and USB, but we still have to do what we have to do.
That is the truth.
It comes to the job.
There, Yanni say, what me say, who the Yanni say approval? Check a crowd sign be.
So, Bana Mumona Bessie.
About now, corner Bessie. And I think, say, Public Accounts Committee, no, yes, only a Jumapa, but ye maumu to me be apart from surcharging, no, committee me committee to say prosecuting the people so can be work.
I say on penny that time almost start say any issues been more everybody out or because I say sometimes we're hearing same be on mobile was say hey day near many be who me kai one district assembly be with there ejamin ka mo ya na you see one time be omo ko to fuel one day omo tia cash 100,000 on a weekend another one day they bought another the same fuel 200,000 Injina in fact no ando timu say era mills na nani abre pa na inu abaso so no so afi de ono so nani abre because near many be wo ho near many be ehu kakra but unfortunately for us politicians we are like victims of our own circumstances so that we can technocrats ne be ye ono no de buy news they say papa ya mistakenly mo namufu eko ka say ono ko age akatua 470 million I'm saying na say be UN General Secretary kwa yetia ne kasa ekira yekuhu say na a mistake no na it was a typo once anye news na nka musion kano na kokoye ekoye politician bi obu aka ye be chirim
Even mistake no cry auditors make ya make say David president na hura na mana ko ka say a mistake. So asem no fire ho a ye ankasa no de we estimi di ye ye ho na nti omo so ahu nti oye ya no o balance no ho no okọ I'm telling you 99% of all corruptions in public sector are civil servants have a hand in it. Politicians who say unim send unim they know all the loopholes and everything, how to go around everything. No maka almost settle up. The omu chiri ni say waka say chinchina do the right thing. And okay,
we will help you do the right thing.
Sabi, they say me di omo dia to me say shishoni me yansa na wako no ho. Because they believe we don't have time to read. Into ye memo na no dia betu enu. Ha me so de drobonso krachi ama bedu nkran. Sabi me hwe me ho so ye pa because e kwan ne wa. They say metwa they say kwa 11 hours and sana from Jisume branch afa Anita ho akodu drobonso another be say 2 hours. Me hwe me ho so ye pa. Ti nyeme ni bi wo ho a wa wutimu sa adie go the boy wadaro ma we die ko ye ne kakra omo be food die nanso so for me I think say recently we were called a public
assurances committee and I'm called
public accounts ne ko assurance there in the doje kakra ti minister na ko ji blows no na me kai de huna me kakra ne say ye duro bi anim say minister na ko anza maye
you
do have a bizarre question now. Say the director of finance is here.
Wow.
Abna. Now wow, share. Abna sorry any more. They share me pa. Me we am say any more. They share me ya. Eja. Nyamia dum neja. Ye kind we na. Now so na no dey anke ye be ko dey na anke ja betum. Nyami ne twitwa je say asam no court.
Okay.
Because no dey ko pie wo ho anka barista headlines no ke wie. Because I change 200 pages.
Okay,
but the pain is that we are made to always go and answer. Mimi who yenka finance director no chief director they should be answering directly rather than the political heads. But unfortunately ye mo ne kwa ko yia no na de yia ne say ade a wonnim ho asem pa na wo yia no ne ya
unim baby asase na won baby adiko wie. Okay. Onoboku.
I think Sana Minia for saying many ya dream wo nyamane bebre awaka na you see the political heads no all core institution be mu na they are saying say as we are in transit we mu dey o mu betwe mu akọ see all corners so the system itself is designed say two things technocrats pombe mo atie adwuma na se and no more person mount here.
Yeah.
Until all causes now the reforms and transformation about easy. Many a time now the political has faced a lot of resistance. That notwithstanding, no government runs on bureaucracy. These civil service, they don't know more uncle in Jumana. I'm pimping, no. Me make say they should see us as partners. You mean in our baby develop your mind. And you say we mo do my bano. My journey say because on ba monche one month 1 month 2 months we can say king kwa bejo and all that. Me I have seen it, but I also think so say the Auditor General's call is right. What Public Accounts Committee hearings? In fact, me I come committee Public Admin and State Interest. I show over 175 states owned enterprises and institutions are buying away interest from. Omobana sometimes will be some questions in there. You can clearly see that the political heads no yet a bit handicapped.
Yeah.
Into a sakoto the technocrats so for them to also find ways omode ebe answer and answer BB. It is in the spirit of this. Now Mimi Judy said this call is right because look, if all fight corruption and institutional corruption, the Auditor General's office no must also lead the charge in helping unearth some of the infractions in Biakoso. And then also how to make sure say yes, strengthen internal controls. send a bear intimi so no NCBM. And then last but not the least, the Auditor General too must also, in the office no, must also make sure they do a diligent work, because any error, there serious implications for reputation. Recently, a whole civil servant was accused of Yetianeka in excess of 400 million cedis. Ubu how ti ade we na say nyanya me na bia wakoma no obe manage no a obetime nya BP kwa ebe kohwehwe mu na ebe hu say onye bone no me ye so the recent incident I'm making, the reputational damage done to Pape when you had an investigative media house also highlighting it and making a big deal out of it. We are here. No, but I'm not serious.
So when you correction, no, publish correction, no,
publish the correction. Into one year, we call internet so still another is there. Into mesre say as they also do these things, Auditor General in findings, they also owe it as a duty. Say they will do a diligent work, proofread it, and make sure almost so I have more in it. I am pimping. You have also an opportunity to respond. But errors in even the transpositional linear can also cause reputational damage. It's not me per 1 minute just to speak on that. My main wish Yera, Chief of Staff of the Office of the President, name wish a belated happy birthday.
Bodine, Julius Debra.
Come as a mama.
There be the Bodine here.
Yera Julius Debra, my man belated happy birthday. But you see, 60 years in the life of a human being, a wet celebrating, and Yankopon so amano is good. But Chief, many on your dreams of Kusun Pentecost, sorry. Some may cancel me modding. Chief, all these are appointees EBH here. Every day you be crying at the Jubilee. You'll be crying at the functions are patch or mount. Because it be a stubborn academia. When this one over near Seno, manasa within 6 months. I think it's good that maybe the government will have to crack the whip and take tough decisions when necessary. It's good to show your emotional side, but not over somebody who can on her own apologize for Nyamani Bioye. And secondly, oko back share videos and tapes of the interview after interviewer. Chief, who dey there every week ubesu. Every church ubesu. And I don't think it's good enough. And I want to also state yeah manual cool, but there should be limits to what we can do. There are some people, there are some categories of people. If me no nya I leave God to purge that institution. And that is the clergy and the religious leadership. Because they are supposed to be leaders of the flock and the shepherds. Na etoda bi na omoemu no one omonya find a decorous way you disagree with them. But don't attack the persons. And we know this advice, it goes to me muameteha. A comma amanyoko say ye CPP, a ye NDC, a ye MPP, a ye PNC, a ye account. You don't gain by attacking these men of God. Because also a pulpit to be so they are damage to you. Just a nipana an agenda or they targeted the political leader of yours, but not when a nipani is disagreeing with the person. That's democracy.
Even the
chopper.
I don't think so. Was shared that. Me say chopper.
Well, as the chief of staff is like the senior prefect for all ministers and appointees, sanity. But I think, instead, they should have gotten the woman to render a more sincere apology.
But she did that. She apologized.
More sincere apology. People may disagree with the way they apologize, may say a more sincere apology. Apology need one maybe. But the man of God says something. Okotie, the leader of the Pentecost church, or can say na later wapon, let's or say, oh, So some of these people, they don't even bother me, or I don't bother to think about them. He made a statement like that. So in the eyes of the man of God, or a certain perception about some of these people, and I don't think it's good enough for an appointee. For sanity, we disagree and we can agree. But why he's also very restrained and limited. But baby, but strangely, Julius' birthday, my woman national chairman. Throughout from the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday.
He was on a tour far away in
one man was saying on social media. I was social media.
What's in that?
Nanaki, also mean chairman.
When you're not a kid,
incoming vice, also an incoming running mate too.
A man who did not secretary.
Yes, we are incoming running mate.
No problem.
Oh, we see.
Nipa baby. National chairman on yet to say a year doing high deal. And a man who general secretary. Man who national organizer. Where they were where? Some men wore the pictures. Unless the pictures in the pictures, they are not one chairman in the room.
They always do.
They were there or they wisdom.
They were in the private party.
I mean, walk and talk and say,
National Service, Yankukona Amachio. Mr. Odian Beba, Mr. and then I mean, Mr. Meba. What's Beba?
Mimbisa, she
in him say UTV at the Moka, go for 5, and I could see 5, a Beba. Other Roma. But when you can't choose, you no more back. Or more money than the more movie. Yankukona ready. Wow, pair dressed one, no. Oba ye National Service Officer obenya dressed one kama wa also pay live one okọ ye papa o farms ona ya tete so kama live for say omu nyina bro 2.5 kilos ye 3 kilos 3.5 ebenye bia ma o kama na odi akọ na Friday so na jamboree no ya mo for ye grille akukọ ne pork nso ho kama eja me director general so ma yemfa ntoane nka ho ntia
no moye
office nanim ho National Service Airport Residential
Intimate baby.
Oh, they be obiaba traffic every Friday.
Okay.
Every Friday.
Yeah. Mwana monye for the state na mwa mukun.
Na so
IGF.
Hey, honorable. I'm say free or so moto.
Yes, we have special dispensation for opposition members.
That's all. But
I think it's a good initiative, but it does two things. Apart from say even the IGFA, you also promote staff bonding.
Yes.
Because that's an opportunity.
The Director General Ruth Bekasanaija Oma Kwananka green bottles be cry.
Sir, you mean the Sprite?
Sprite. You must
diabolic. Oh, maybe I want
Sprite 7 Up.
Sprite 7 Up.
They are green bottles.
Before them, I mean,